You're watching the Weiss channel. Today we are introducing the graphing of rational equations. What? Here, look. Y equals 1 over x. Rational means a ratio, means a fraction. So 1 over x is rational. It's a ratio. It's a fraction. Okay? So if I put 0 in for x, 1 divided by 0 does not exist. Okay? It's called undefined. So here's what happens. At 0, okay, there is a part of this graph here that will never be touched because it's undefined at 0 in both directions. So this is called an asymptote. And this one is also an asymptote. Okay? Now, if I put 1 in for x, 1 over 1 is 1. So there will be a point here at 1. All right? There's also at negative 1. If I put negative 1 in for x, 1 over negative 1 is negative 1. So there's positive 1, and negative 1, negative 1. But what happens at 2? If I put 2 in for x, you get 1/2, right? If you put 3 in for x, you get 1/3. 4 in for x, you get 1/4. 5 in for x, you get 1/5. All the way. It never touches 0, but it just keeps going, getting closer and closer and closer to 0, but never actually touches it. Okay? The same goes in the reverse. Okay? If I put in 0.5, I will get 2. If I put in 0.25, I will get 4, and so on and so forth, up until infinity. Up until infinity, it never touches 0. Okay? Down here, that happens in the reverse. If I put a negative 2, it's negative 1/2. Negative 3, negative 1/3, and so on and so forth. Okay? Same goes in the reverse. Okay, so this is the graph of y equals 1 over x. So here's all you have to do in the Delta Math assignment. If you have a problem that looks like this, 1 over x plus 2, what will make the bottom 0? The bottom will be made 0 if you put in negative 2, right? So your original problem on Delta Math will look like this. And in each problem, you click on one of the points, any of the 3 points, and drag it, okay? So what I'm going to do is, to make the bottom 0, I would have to move this point, click and drag to negative 2. And that's it. You're done. That's all. The whole graph will drag along with you, okay? Over here, 1 over x plus 3. Still, x in this problem can't be 0. So this guy doesn't move, but you are going to go up 3. So you just click and drag the middle one up 3, and you're done. Everything will drag with you. Okay? Y equals 3 over x. Okay? So where will... first of all, 0 still will not work. So this will not move. But you're going to need 3 over 3 makes 1. So you're going to move this guy over to 3 or up to 3. Either way. Okay? So you move this over to 3 or up to 3, and that will make the graph work. Okay? Negative 2 over x, all you have to do is invert it, okay? Meaning you will either move this guy from positive 1 to negative 2 this way, or you can move it from positive 1 to negative 2 this way, okay? And you'll see the entire graph will just invert, and that's how that works, okay? This problem is a double problem, meaning over here, I'm going to move it to the left 3. I'm going to just take this guy and move it to the left 3 and make -3, because -3 would make the bottom 0. And then I'm going to do -2. So I'm going to take it and go down 2. And that the whole graph will go with you. Okay? You've been watching the Weiss channel.